First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Ready.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Look at me. Door, shoot.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Chambers pass intended for Chris Conley. Incomplete. Makes it third down and 12 yards.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13.
25, check 25.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And this throw will be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. Not that time for Watkins.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
On first down, Chambers. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Chambers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll get this out wide to Taylor. He'll have it first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Check 15, check 15. He's checking. Look, squeeze. Shoot.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Ready? 50, play. It's just me and you. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Chambers escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47.
General West. Steve Griffin.
A give to Kamara running right. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Chambers. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor. 3rd down here. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question.
Down.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for the Giants. 57 yards.
And the Giants first down.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Yeah.
From the gun, Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half, and you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
You draw quarters.
Check.
Move.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go. Let's bring it.
To throw again. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Leo. Hey.
Now Jones, operating from the gun. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the Lions' 19-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
218, chopper.
Check. Press down. Spot.
Hey, seam 6. Yo, go.
57 to Mike.
5.
Throwing Jones. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Jones on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just know where to go, where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 3. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Pull it high.
Check hot. He's crashing. He's checking crack.
Get it.
To throw on 3rd down. Chambers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards. And the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch. Because once he makes the catch, you may catch it in front. But if you don't tackle him, he's behind you at that point, and that's how he racks up the big yardage.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Alpha.
Throwing again. Chambers. He's got Burton here. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed. In sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
5.
50, Mike 50. All day, just like that, just like that. Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Danny. Mike 50, Mike 50.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Night, sweetheart. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. And coming up, let's go.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
The Giants take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
The 34-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Slam.
General West.
Check 31.
Hey, Charlie. Five.
2nd and 1. Incomplete. The rookie first-rounder Jonathan Abram there to knock it away.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Go out.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Got a man, Slayton. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Jones now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Hey, lock it.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Darius Slayton, 44 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
That's it, baby. We gonna run.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Orbit. Ready?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Chambers. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Hey.
Go, go.
50's a must.
Shoot.
From the gun, Chambers. Flushed out right. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
61, matchbox lights.
Check it back.
Hey, wahoo!
On third down, Jones. He's going to fire one deep open. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Throwing on first down. Chambers. He's got the hookup with Conley. The 30. The 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Chris Conley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Let's go.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Go. Hey, Delta.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Check out.
Recon, 132 final. Now. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
51 to Mike, boy. 51.
Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mike, 51.
Go.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Check pass.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jones, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Hey, Haywood.
4 down. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Get it.
Now Jones throwing on first down. steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Protein spill.
Shift. Hey, watch it.
Yep. Hey, Alpha.
Here we go.
Look at me. Zipper.
50, Mike, 50. Watch the screen.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Well, they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
General West.
1st and 10 at the 20.
He gets this into the hands of Taylor. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Prater, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yeah. Hey, Echo.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Rock it. Fire.
Jones operating from the gun. Going deep here for Watkins. That's caught at the 25. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. And even 50 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. It looks so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Here's Jones on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
Switch. 52s. Hey, switch gears.
80 weapons. Hey. Hey, foxtrot.
Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Escaping the pressure right. This one into the hands of Burton. Dodges him at the 50. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
From the gun on third down, Chambers. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. They've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Second and 2. And an acrobatic catch there by Watkins. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Hey! Yo, real time.
Jones now on 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Flush to his right, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Now! Hey, seam 6! Seam 6! Go.
Following the fumble recovery, Jones. Dancing to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Silver.
Hey, Haywood.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Ready?
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he's going to sling this deep down. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Giants take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in cap.
It got his man. Complete. 30. 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Zach Pascal, 83 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
We got this.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Down. 60 or. Blue draw Hawkins.
Got to do better.
A first down carry for Barkley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
What's the run? They're running it. Check 13. Check 13. Shoot.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The Giants on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
He's coming to double up.
X3. 218. Chop. Hey, Echo.
Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was very easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. 25 yards that time. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Hey, watch the slant.
Hey, box drop. Yep.
51. Okay, double up.
On 1st and 10, Chambers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Kamara try the right side.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Chambers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with the defense out in timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 10-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's another week, another loss as they fall now to 0-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.